I knew you wouldn't be able to resist for very long, Mr. McPherson. So are you ready to listen to my offer?
I don't understand. We've never met before. I've never worked for you, neither here nor in New York. Yet here you are asking me to track down your sister's murderer. Why me, Miss Blake?
Your reputation preceded you, Mr. McPherson. I have friends who know people at the Pinkerton Agency in New York. You worked there as a detective, and had a few problems. The suspicion surrounding you in that murder case proved to be unfounded, of course.
I don't think you have understood. All I want to do is paint. Everything else is secondary.
Unfortunately, Mr. McPherson, I'm in Paris to take advantage of your skills as a private detective.
I no longer undertake investigations, Miss Blake. But since I have no orders for my paintings at the moment, perhaps I can help you. You mentioned money.
I was so hoping you would accept, because you see, I'm a foreigner in Paris, and I need some light shed on a strange case. A murder, Mr. McPherson. A double murder.
Could you give me any more details about the case? So far it all seems rather cloudy.
I don't know where to start. It was a brutal murder, Mr. McPherson. But for what reason? Here in Paris. It's my sister Ruby who was murdered. She and her husband Regis were killed. Please find out what really happened.
Are the police on the case? It may complicate matters if they are. Do you know the name of the inspector who's leading the inquiry?
The officer in charge of the investigation is named Lebrun. But the police are the same in every country, Mr. McPherson. Whether it's New York or Paris, they're hardly fast. That Inspector Lebrun is no exception to the rule.
Your sister and her husband were both American. What were they doing in Paris?
I was supposed to meet them in Paris. You know, Mr. McPherson, visiting Europe was my sister Ruby's childhood dream. When she met Mr. White, Regis, her husband, he made that dream come true. They were so very much in love.
The murder was committed in Paris. Do you know exactly where in Paris?
A hotel in the heart of a chic part of Paris, in the 8th district, the Hotel Orphée. They had been there for a week. They were found dead in their room.
How did they die? Are you certain they were murdered? Maybe they were victims of some terrible accident.
The Whites were found decapitated in their hotel room, Mr. McPherson.
To be perfectly honest, I'm reluctant to take on this case. Primarily because a murder means a murderer. This Inspector Lebrun is better placed to arrest a killer.
Mr. McPherson, if I'm asking you for your help, it's because I have no faith in the police. And that would be so even if I had the entire Quai des Orfèvres at my disposal. The 8th District Police Station, Lebrun especially, is trying to hush up the case, so as not to tarnish the good reputation of their area. You understand.
I don't wish to appear self-interested, but can we settle my fee immediately?
This is the first time I've hired a detective. The case may take you a few days. I'll give you 500 straight away and 500 per day of fruitful investigation.
That is a very reasonable offer. I accept.
Money is not enough to thank you, Mr. McPherson. The service you are doing is invaluable. Thank you.
I think I have all the necessary information to begin. You want me to start right away? Is there anything you have forgotten?
The police did not find any items of value in the room. Yet my sister and her husband traveled surrounded by luxury and family heirlooms. It was an obsession.
Traveling with a lot of money is a risky business. It would be a pity if their murder was put down to theft. Are these family heirlooms valuable?
Ruby's good luck charm. A sort of bust, in my family for generations, on my grandmother's side. My sister was always her favorite.
I hope to get results fairly quickly. I'll be in touch with you as soon as my investigations yield any new information. Goodbye, Miss Blake.